Oh, that's a lot better. We've got lots of salty Leeds tears to get through on this week's episodes of Where Clarets Walk. Hope you're doing well. We've got Jordan and Connor back with us. Dan has lost his voice, too much screaming at Turf Moor, so get well soon, Dan. Coming up this week, how we beat Leeds. Hannibal in trouble again. Does he just need to calm down? We're talking about chairman, and we're continuing our A to Z of Burnley FC. Who gets in to the history pages of this wonderful club? See this week? Well, AI has suggested it should be Clark Carlisle, but can the boys come up with anything different? Hope you're doing well. 3 points makes everybody happier. And yeah, it was a well-deserved 3 points, Jordan, wasn't it?
Oh, massively well-deserved. I've seen a lot of people talking about stats and saying, oh, Leeds were the better team. Being there, soaking up the atmosphere and seeing it for myself, it was not the better team. We imposed our game on them. We made them play the way we wanted them to play, and ultimately that's what gives us the result.
Absolutely, yeah. Some tweets from the game. Jacob Horsfield, who was a massive Burnley fan, as I said, who's has been a friend of the show, pointed out here that the plan from Leeds, they put 47 crosses into the Burnley box, which is the most of any crosses a team has done in the Premier League so far this season. And yeah, Jacob points out, if you're planning to go away to Turf Moor and play crosses for 90 minutes, you really don't understand football. He's right there, Connor, isn't he? That's stupid.
Yeah. Considering we're coming off the back of a season with the best defence in Europe, it's probably not the best to be piling on the pressure straight into the middle of our defence. It's stupid, really. Daniel Farker, after the game, was talking about how the performance is better than any team anyone's going to play like this season, and I think that's rubbish. If you're going to come here, lose poorly, and go on about your performance saying it's brilliant, no, he's got it all wrong. Poor manager.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll talk about keepers as well in a second, but yeah, I mean, we've got to just highlight. Will says here 7 points, Jordan, from 4 at home. Really should have been 8, but for that silly handball against Liverpool. That's enough to keep us up. We just need to start grabbing wins away to help that. Admittedly, we've had 4 very tough sides, obviously away from happy Saturday Clarets. Yeah, that if you keep on that trajectory, 4 games and 7 points, that is going to be enough to keep you up with a couple of draws away from home, isn't it?
Well, I saw a stat that were put through by the BBC. I think it was something about 10 games in. All the older teams, it's been like they've had 11 points, things like that. Now we're knocking on the door of that. We just need a couple more results to go our way, and it's the done thing, and it's the said thing. They say win your home games, draw your away ones, and you're the best chance in any league. You've got to make Turf Moor a fortress. You've got to realise when we're going somewhere else, things are going to go against us. The ref already isn't on our side from the get-go. We've seen that in multiple games. So what I think is, if we can do like we did under Daesh in, I think it was the 16-17 season, we was atrocious away. I went to every single away game that season. We only won at Palace away that season. But at home we were phenomenal. So if we can make Turf Moor a fortress, the away games, in my opinion, don't matter as much as long as you're putting teams to the sword when they arrive at Turf Moor and making it really hostile and making it our environment, not some, show them no respect, treat them like it's our ground and they're the visitors, show them no respect. And I think that's a brilliant way to be moving forward. Just keep the points rolling in at home.
Yeah. If you come across the channel for the first time, by the way, welcome. Drop us a quick subscribe. Yeah, drop us a quick subscribe and a quick like. So 20 minutes of weekly Burnley chats and weekly reviews. Last time we were here, Connor, before the break, our title of the video was Parker's Too Negative. Do you think he's learnt and maybe read a little bit of the criticism that he was getting? Was he a little bit more proactive, or was it the fact that it was Leeds, do you think, and he just had to go for this one?
I think it's a mix of the two. I think you saw the criticism he got with a 5 at the back at Villa. It was poor the way he set up, and I think it showed a bit. I think everyone told him, go to the fullback, you'll get a better result, and lo and behold, we play our 3 best midfielders, change to a fullback, and we win. So I think he's learned. I think he must have read some criticism as well, but I think he got it spot on yesterday, and I had no complaints from him at all.
Jordan, do you agree with the shift that happened? Obviously, it worked, but yeah, is that what we'd like to see going forward for home games?
Yeah, I like the fact he knows how to change, and he's not just going to stick to one system. I think it was really good the way he approached the game. I do understand the five at the back system, and it is going to work against the bigger teams because we're going to be soaking up a damn sight more pressure. But if he has a nous to change it when needs must, really, I think that just shows his prowess as a manager. And I think people need to be a little bit, slacker on getting on his back. This is it's all new to him as well. He's only been in the Premier League, I think, is it twice before, and they were completely different, contrasting teams. So I think he's learning as he goes. So I think if we stay off his back, he's the man making the money, making the decisions, and I can see the future with Scotty Parker being prosperous.
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, no one was calling him to get sacked at all, was he? But he was just calling him to become a little bit more adventurous. Oh, yeah, good. I was obviously delighted for the results as well. Leeds fans were actually, hoping, Connor, that they put this down as a must-win for them. And now, if you've seen, but all the pressure's now gone back on Farker. Let's look at some more. Let's talk about keepers, shall we, Connor? Tom says, I've never felt this confident in a goalkeeper since Heaton. He's the best signing. Keep this in mind for this next question. He's the best signing we've had in years. Yeah, is he?
If we're basing off goalkeepers, then yeah. But you look at the players we've signed in the past, like Nathan Teller for one. Is Dubravka a better signing than Nathan Teller? I don't know. On the trusting side of it, I think I obviously trusted Pope as well, but I've not trusted a Burnley keeper in a long time. Never trusted Muric, never trusted James Trafford, even after his stellar season last season. Never trusted him in my life. And Dubravka's one of them men who he's been around for a while. Good keeper, still at this level. I think he's a top Premier League keeper. No, one of our best signings in the past few years, but I don't quite think he's the best out of all of them.
Okay, do you go along with that, Jordan? I mean, he's a madhead, isn't he? I mean, you can tell he's loving his football as well. It feels like he's finally got a home. I know he's played for other clubs, but it feels like he loves playing for Burnley.
I'd have a very contrasting opinion there to Connor. I think he's well within a shout to even be in that realm of the best signing, only because when you take so many propositions into what makes a signing, 3 million we got him for. So we made touching 30 million for James Trafford. So his competition to that was Dubravka. We bought him for 3 million. You don't only buy the keeper, but you buy the experience. You buy, what he comes with, what he knows, and ultimately he's been absolutely fantastic. I mean, watching him yesterday, me and my brother went on and we had a direct view all second half of Dubravka, and just watching him command that back line, and he was screaming at players who were maybe drifting off a little bit, and brilliant. He's breathtaking to watch because from what he does from when he starts on his goal line to everything moving forward to then being able to stop that ball, in times of need. I just think he's an amazing player to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely agree. Let's have a chat to you both then about what's coming up next. I mean, taking that Chelsea one out of here, 3 games before the next international break, which feels like we just have one every 5 minutes, but it's the last one, isn't it, till March? Connor, given that it's Arsenal at home and then West Ham away, does this Wolves game become a must-win?
If it was, we didn't beat Leeds, then yeah. But I think beating Leeds gives us a bit more comfort, but I'd still like to see us go for the win. I'd expect to win, really. You look at games like Arsenal, I still think we can give Arsenal a good game. Not saying we're going to win, but I don't think they look too good. Saturday night, bits I was watching. West Ham away, come on. Let's let me beat around the bush. I think we should be getting a result there. No, I don't think it's a must-win, but certainly we should at least be getting a point from.
Okay. Jordan, is it a must-win?
I think every game's a must-win in the Premier League. You never know what twists and turns come with. Wolves are in absolute tatters, so we've got to be taking 3 there. Arsenal, you know what's going to happen. It's going to be a 96-minute winner for them. West Ham, we should wipe the floor with them. And Chelsea, they're on good form at the minute, so could be an upset there.
Okay. Let us know what you think in the comments. Let's go into some more difficult chats, if you like, then. We've been talking about Steve, haven't we, over the last couple of weeks. There was an incident which has divided opinion online, Connor. The position was when you're 1-0 up and the ball has come out to Aronson, and lots of people have commented that, I mean, obviously, I think first of all it was, I don't forget who lost the ball. I think it was maybe Jayden Anthony. Yeah, Jayden Anthony lost the ball. But then if you look at Steve's positioning for this, now Aronson goes on to miss it, but that's that's. I think the goalkeeper saves it and it goes onto the post. But Carl says, I like Steve. He's going to be a top class defender, but I've got to agree here with the other posters. He shouldn't be in that situation because of an error further upfield, but he is, and he didn't do his job correctly. He's always over committing, and panic mode was well and truly on. Where do you stand on this? I mean, you could argue that he's gone to help his colleague out who's in a 2-on-1 situation, but then he's dragged himself out of position, allowing Aronson the shot, and any other striker, and that's 1-1, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good job it was Aronson because he's absolutely useless at everything he does. But you've also got to, I think Steve, he tries too hard. I think especially after the past couple games, I think he's trying, like he said, I think he's trying a bit too much to have a good performance again. The position was poor, but where was Hartman? That's what I'm trying to figure out from that screenshot. I don't know where Hartman was. I think he could have done a bit more there. I don't know where he was beforehand, whether he was getting up. I don't know what he was doing, but it's poor from Steve. It was poor from Jayden to give it away and not even try and run back. I thought that wasn't like him. And I thought Hartman could have done more. I don't even know where Hartman was, to be honest with you.
Okay. Jordan, I don't know if you've seen this debate online, but where do you stand on Steve? I don't want to keep digging him out every week, but if that had gone to 1-1, then everybody would be talking about it more.
Yeah, of course you would, but everyone likes to gossip about the odd thing here and there. Personally, I think Steve's a brilliant defender. I think he's going to go on to do amazing things. From watching the full play, I think in his mind he thought he was doing the right thing. He was trying to come out to help Chukwueze. We were in a bit of a sticky situation, so I can understand that. Maybe he overcommitted, and it did lead to a shot, but he's only 23. Not everything's going to be perfect. He's not going to be the perfect product for another couple of years at least. This is his first full season in the Premier League because he joined us late when he did sign. He joined in the winter window. I think it's just give him time, let him settle. He's settling after these 2 games. He had a good, steady performance against Leeds. Nothing spectacular, but it was good. So I think he just needs to build on that now. But I do agree with Connor on some fronts. I think he's trying to make up for the past 2 games. Let's just forget about them now. They're done. Let's just get back to the Steve we know.
Okay. Right, before we move on from this game, let's talk about Hannibal. Shall we then? This is an open question to both of you. So Adam says, there's a Leeds fan, Leeds United are aware of an allegation of spitting by a Burnley player believed to be Hannibal. The authorities are investigating after a complaint was made from a supporter in the Leeds United section. Leeds fan says Hannibal is the worst of the worst. He's not at his house or living rent-free in your head. He's just a horrible bastard. The size of his ego outweighs his footballing ability too. How on earth do you spit into a crowd of people? Allegedly, he deserves a lengthy ban. Now, the incident hasn't been caught. I'm not, from what I've seen on camera, I've certainly not seen any footage of it. But, oh gosh, without throwing stones here, does he? I don't know if he's done this, but does he just need to calm down in general?
Yeah, no. It's hard. It's very hard. Sorry, were you asking Connor or were you asking me
both? Yeah, open debate. Yeah, please. Yeah.
No, I think I can't see him doing it. I mean, I stayed right till the end. I didn't even think he went near the away fan. I can only say from what I saw with my own eyes. I didn't constantly have my eye on him at the end of the game. I didn't see him go anywhere near him. If the allegation has been made, I'm not going to sit here, because I went ham on the Osmajic incident. I'm not going to pretend that he hasn't done it. If he has, and he has spat at a group of people, that's absolutely disgusting and abhorrent, and I don't want you anywhere near my club because that's not how it is. But with having met the man and being there at the game, I didn't see anything about that. I did not see anything about that. I didn't see any players, because I think that if he was to spit into the fan base, that the players would have had something to say. Nobody said anything. They kind of just went through the tunnel. Nothing really happened. So maybe if it's because of the whole the Hannibal song, maybe, and because of the tackle, maybe someone thought, I'll get my own back. I don't know, but I'm not going to pretend like he has or hasn't done it. Let's just let the politics play out.
Yeah, Connor.
When they say he's not a top thing house, I think he is, because it's clearly something's working if they're all tweeting about him. I agree with Jordan. If he's done it, get away from my club. Don't want you anywhere near. Don't want anything to do with you. It's not what we're about at all. But I can't see him. I think he knows where to draw the line. And I think when he did come on, he was very over the top with things. I think he was looking for a yellow, and he could have easily not got a yellow there. But nah, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean his tackle is one thing, and then the berating the player and picking up the yellow after. It's just, I don't know. He's your player, so you obviously
See, me and I had
like
this discussion when it happened. He nudged me and he went to me. He went, "There's no need for the afters." And I went, "Oh, I admire his passion." So I can see how it splits the fan base, because that's two brothers and disagreeing. No, I love his passion, and it's hard to see that from a lot of players nowadays. So when he's doing that, you could say it's uncalled for, but you do see the passion in the lad and that he wants to fight for the badge. But then, like my brother said, all you're going to do is rack up yellow cards, and then you get one too many, and then you're going to miss a game, and you might have been needed for it. So I get the arguments on both sides.
Okay. Right, we're talking chairman this week because down in the EFL we've got a number of clubs that have got dodgy chairman. We're finally now getting a football regulator coming in a couple of weeks, so we just want your views, both of you, on is that needed? Is it something that's been long overdue? And where do you think the current fan base sit with your current ownership model? Jordan, Sheffield Wednesday have had a winding up order from HMRC over the international break, so they are potentially being put out of business because of their chairman. What's your thoughts on that? Should this have come in a long time ago?
See, now that's a two-coined argument, and I think that's sitting from where you are with who you support. I think our chairman for the past decade, just a bit further, have been absolutely brilliant. So for us, it'd be like, well, we're not really bothered about it. But for someone like Sheffield Wednesday, and I have followed that case really closely, it's awful to see a club like Sheffield Wednesday be done so badly off somebody who clearly doesn't want the club anymore. I agree with it now, only for the fact of I know how much Burnley means to me, and I'd be gutted if it were to ever go. So I wouldn't want that taken away from another supporter. So I agree with it.
Yeah. Connor?
Just what he said. Just edit it back in. Just edit. Jordan over the top of me. I've got nothing else to say. Jordan, I agree.
Finally this week then, we are looking at the A to Z of Burnley, and we've done A, we've done B, and now we're up to the letter C. So what have you got for us? Clark Carlisle is what AI came up with. Are there any better players or managers or anybody connected with Burnley at all? Could even be a famous result that should go in for the entry of C. Connor, I'll kick this off.
Well, I've got something here, and I don't think it was going to be my option to begin with, but I thought it was only fitting here. Is this backwards? Oh no, it's forwards. Yeah, signed Maxwell Cornet, a hell of a player. Couldn't stay fit to save his life for more than 5 games, but I'll go with him because why not? He's here. Couldn't think of anyone else.
Jordan.
Right, this is going to sound a bit alien to you, Mark, but Connor should know what I mean. I'm going to put the culvert in there. Right, so the culvert is the line of pubs as you get into Turf Moor. So if you're from Burnley, you'll say, "I'm going under culvert," right? So I'm going to put the culvert in there because of how much it means to the town. That is a long walk of several pubs just as you get to Harry Potter's Way, where Turf Moor is. I think it's synonymous to the town. Everyone will understand what I mean, so I'm putting the culvert in there.
Okay, yeah, and if Dan has sent one through, hasn't he? Let's remind us what did he say?
He said Andy Cole, didn't
he? Yeah, I think it was Andy.
He's had Andy Cole, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he had for a season, yeah. But okay. I think we'll go with the culvert, shall we?
Yeah, the culvert.
Yeah, okay. We'll get it in there. Let us know in the comments though, and there'll be people of a longer vintage than you two put together that will be typing, going, "What about this player? What about this player?" You've missed some obvious ones, so get typing away. Let us know, and we'll read some of these out next week. Right, enjoy the Wolves game then. Good luck. Hopefully we're talking about another 3 points when we rejoin you this time next week. Thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate all your support and all your comments below. We'll see you in 7 days' time. Have a good one.
See you soon.